Okay, now we are going to work with the advanced. Actually, you know what? On these buttons right here, what these are, you can move it over, up and down, wherever you want. And on this too, let me go ahead and get something back up. Let's get this little hamburger back again. If you want, say for example, if you want to just have it be a little bit bigger without messing with your size button there, you could go ahead and click on that, or you could just shrink it back down again. That's that features at the bottom, okay? So let's go ahead and start with our advanced button. Now, on this button here, let me get rid of that. Let me do this again. Okay, this is your kerning button. You know how like when you weld something on the design studio? So let's go ahead and go back to the mat. Let's go ahead and get a few hamburgers up there now. So what you want to do is you click on the little kerning button, and depending on how far you want them apart or how close you want them together, click on the kerning button. You're going to click on your little keypad, well, your little number pad I should call it, on the keypad. -0.50. Let's try that. Okay, you see how it did get a little bit closer. You see how it got a little bit closer. So now this is saying, for example, you do want to weld this together. What you want to do is click on this little combination lock right here. Well, I call it a combination lock because that's what it looks like to me. And this is your welding feature. Just make sure they're all highlighted. Make sure not one is just highlighted, because you'll know that because the item will be purple. Make sure they're all blue in the gray box, which let me zoom in for you for that. Okay, you see how they're all overlapping a little. So you're going to go ahead and make sure they're all grouped together like that. Click on the little welding button there. And to see if it's welded, you're going to go ahead and use your little eyeball right here. It'll all turn red, and the little gray parts in between, that'll be gray, and that means it is welded together. So when you cut it out, it'll all get cut out. All is one, all together in one piece. Now you could use this as a little border if you'd like. Okay, so let's go ahead and undo the eyeball, because if you, say for example, if we leave it on, and if, say for example, you try to move your cursor, you can move the whole pad, but you cannot move your cursor because you have to undo your eyeball. So unlock the eyeball, and if you move your cursor, you can do so now. Now on, let's go ahead and delete that. We're going to use the little flip feature. We're going to use this little head right there, okay? Now on this little head, we're going to use, let's go back to the advanced tab. We're going to use these little features right here. You see, this is my little turnaround feature, and I did use this in that last video. If you click on that, say for example, if you want the head to look more down, you could go ahead and use these little arrows, or make them look up, or you can make them look down. However you want that to be. That's your little turnaround feature. Let's go back to basic and undo that. Okay, so let's go back to advanced. So now what you want to do now, say for example, if you want the little boy to look the opposite direction, that's where there's this little button comes in. If you click on that, it's looking the other way now. Or you could make them back that way, or if you make them upside down, you just go ahead and do that. It'll turn them upside down. That's how that works there. Now, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go to this feature here. Now this one here is your little slanting feature. This will work good for your fonts. So if you want to make it look like your little hamburgers are running away, what you want to do is you click on the slanting feature, click on this right there, and you want to make, let's just do 0.50. And if you do that, you see how they slant to the side. So like I said, this will work well with the font. So it looks like your little hamburgers are leaning to the side. Okay, so that's what that feature is. So let's go ahead and we already went over this. So we went over our welding, our flip. You could do it upside down, our eyeball, and this here, if you click on all of them again, this is your copy feature. Same thing, you just copy it down there. That's what that is. And also here, same thing. You can move it this way with your arrows, or you can make it bigger. And that's about it, everybody. I hope that helped a few of you out there. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and shoot me an email at creativetimeforme@gmail.com. And also I do have a Facebook fan page, and that will tell you what's coming up before you see it on my blog. Feel free to join that, and that is My Creative Time fan page. Have a wonderful Monday, everybody, and thanks for tuning in, and I will see you back here tomorrow.